a list of grievances, too. Where do we think she got that sunburn she's calling a tan? Likely in hell, but she'll probably say Barbados. I smiled, waved, and put my sunglasses on so she couldn't see me looking for a place to hide. I didn't feel like dealing with Freya's backhanded compliments or outright jabs about how I won class president only because I was lucky or because diversity is in now. The idea that I won because people like me and I'm good at this job never crossed Freya's mind. Harder still was knowing that she'd managed to pull about 25% of the votes, which meant that a good chunk of Hirono's junior class agreed with her. I was just about to dig deep and accept the fact that I didn't know Davies' layout well enough to hide when someone pounced on my shoulders, sending my pulse racing as my knees locked to keep me from collapsing. Holy! Got you! Riley Fisher, our class secretary, shouted, and they bounced around to face me and smiled like they'd won a prize. Riley, are you trying to kill me? Sorry, Meg. Didn't you hear me calling for you? I've been yelling from the front door for like 5 minutes. Riley's face faltered slightly as they looked at the two of us. Obviously not, Nadia said, clutching her chest, then immediately pulling her hand away so she didn't wrinkle her crisp white tuxedo shirt. Don't worry about it, I said, smiling, and elbowed Nadia. Riley had been a trickster since we were in the 2nd grade, but they had a heart of gold. Nadia was really only mad that they scared her and probably forced her to forget whatever she was planning to say to scare Freya off. How was your summer? Fairly excellent. Spent most of it working at Mayfield. Like my suntan? Mayfield? What tan? Nadia asked, looking for even a hint of sun on Riley. You are still exceedingly pale. Jewish summer camp 4 hours from here. Riley shook their dark, shaggy hair out of their eyes and smirked like they couldn't wait for the punchline any longer. The tan I got from working in the kitchen for 3 meals and 2 snacks a day, far, far away from the pool, horseback riding, or anything even remotely fun. So, basically, you wish you'd stayed home and been bored with us? I asked as the 3 of us watched the parking lot fill up. Pretty much. Nadia, how was your summer? Let's see. I spent it being bossed around at my mom's office and watching Bengali soap operas with my grandma while helping my little cousins with their math workbook. So, pretty exciting. What about... Riley stopped as Nadia looked around them toward the parking lot. In fact, it felt like the entire class stopped to watch a red vintage Mercedes convertible pull into the lot, its speakers blaring some old-school music. The wind whipped the driver's hair around in the impossibly cool way that people's hair moved in car commercials, and not the way it actually got destroyed in convertibles. As the car crept toward the front of the lot, a guy, standing next to the open door of his big truck, shut it, obviously freeing up a spot so the convertible driver could park. Clever, Nadia mumbled as all 3 of us realized what had happened. The driver had managed to reserve a good parking space up front without having to show up early or actually do anything to get it. Who is that? Riley asked as the driver shut off his engine and got out to do some kind of complex handshake hug with the guy who'd saved his space. Is that? Nadia started, and then stopped as the driver turned to face us. The first bell rang, and my stomach dropped 3 inches as students began to file inside. I'd underestimated the Davies junior class president. My social media research had turned up that he was a baseball player who had an awesome Sweet 16 party for his entire class this summer that people were still talking about. What? Don't judge me. It's not my fault some of his friends have open profiles with too much personal info on them. But I didn't know about the classic car, which made my vintage sunglasses collection look mundane. That entrance put me and Nadia's smile and wave plan to shame. That's him. I sucked in my breath and tried not to panic. Even with big black Wayfarer sunglasses on and from 25 yards away, he was unmistakable.